Hi everyone, my name is Stacy. I am fairly new to the Cricut world, and just recently I was so excited when I saw all these really cute cards that came out, only to find out that they are just for the Joy machine. I have a maker, so I tried to make this card right here for a friend, realizing that I couldn't because I didn't have the Joy machine. So I came up with a little hack to be able to make these cute cutouts with my maker, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. So I am going to get started, and this is my first time ever recording anything, so bear with me. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, we want to head over to our canvas and click new. And so the Cricut card sizes are listed on their product information on their website. So I was able to figure out what the final size is and come up with this information for us. So I'm going to get started. The first thing we need to do is let's make a shape, and we're going to do square, and I'm going to unlock it, and we want our main shape to be 8.5 by 5. So there we go. I like to work on a lighter background, so I'm just going to change that. And we need to do a score line. So let's go back to our score, insert that here, just throw it anywhere because we're going to end up centering it on the card. So select all. We want to align, and we're going to choose horizontal. Select the whole thing again and attach. And so this is where we are going to go in and cut on our regular maker. I have loaded a 12 by 12 sheet of just regular cardstock onto my standard grip mat. I liked, when I was trying this out, the bigger sheet of paper, because what we're going to do is we're going to end up leaving that whole mat on, or the whole sheet of paper on this mat, and reloading it. And I found when I used a smaller piece of paper, the machine tended to pull it up on the sides, and so it didn't really flow very well because it kind of cut it up. So from here I'm just going to say make it. I'm not going to show you guys my Cricut machine because hopefully y'all already know how to use it. So here I like to move this down onto the mat. So let me zoom in so we can see. So move it down to the one line, but move it to where our score line is pretty center with this 5. So I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to say continue. And I'm just using a regular light cardstock. I do like to change my pressure to Molar. And I'm going to swap out my scoring. Of course, if you have a stylus, you can use that instead. So now I'm just going to load my mat. And I'm going to start. So while that's working, I'm just going to tell you that the Cricut Joy cards are 4.25 by 5.5, and the inserts that kind of give you that color, they are 4 by 5.25. And before all that stuff is loaded onto their website, I was doing it just by eye. So now I just swapped out my blade. And the envelopes that come with the packs are 4.37 by 5.75. And I found some cute ones on Amazon. If you don't want to make your own and waste your paper, you can buy them for fairly cheap off Amazon. So just waiting for this to cut. So I am going to unload my mat, but I'm going to leave it close by. So now the next thing that we need to do, we're going to say finish. And now we're going to head back over to projects. And we're just going to find whichever card that we want to make. For this tutorial, I'm going to do this one here. I haven't tried these deeper lines yet as far as alignment goes on what we've already cut. So I have made this card already, so I'm going to choose it. And you can see here, this does say it's just for Cricut Joy. You can see down here there is no customize button. You can only make it. So click make it. Yes, I want to replace. And so now you get this on your mat. So we've just cut a 8.5 by 5.5. And so we just want to move this guy over the image. So I'm going to zoom in. And this is a trial. You know, I had to try it multiple times to see if I can't get it to line up very closely. What I've found is I've taken a ruler, and down here on the 14, if you put your ruler just right across it, across your screen, you want to still just be able to see the tip of that 4 right here. And that's going to show you where you want to bring this down to. So let me do that. Actually, that looks pretty good. And so then down here at your 7 on your screen, you want your blue box to kind of cover up that 7 on your screen. Boy, I couldn't have done this any better. That is pretty lined up. So you see here where it's at, your little score lines. So from here, this point here to this point here, that's 4 inches wide. From this point here all the way down, that is, I wrote it down, 5.25. So it kind of gives you the idea of where you're going to be centering it for your pre-cut that you already have on your mat loaded. So next I'm just going to say continue. My material again is just the cardstock I already have loaded. I'm going to load my mat. And so you can load your whatever color pen that you're going to use for your drawing. I'm just going to use the black one and put it into A. And now I'm going to press my Cricut button. So now here it's just going to draw the image. I don't know about everybody else, but I was pretty upset when I saw these cute cards came out and none of them were for the maker. It was just for Cricut Joy, and there's no way to edit them or make them with the Explorers or the Maker machines. So here's our hack. If anything, we're all crafty and we come up with good ideas on how to buck the system, if you will. So right now it's still just drawing the little teacup or coffee cup. And now it's going to go through and it's going to cut out those notches. And then on this particular image, the black circle where the tea or the coffee is, and the little heart is the cut. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to unload my mat, and wow, that looks perfect. So I'm going to say finish on my machine here, and I don't know if y'all are having the same problems I do, but a lot of times my Design Space app crashes or it takes forever to load or finish. So in the meantime, I'm going to start pulling this off my mat to get ready for the next step. Putting think I need to show anybody what I'm doing with the mat. Y'all should already know how. And so you can see how it's just, and I actually have my machine hooked up to my maker. It's not even going through Bluetooth, because I thought maybe that's what was taking so long. And so right now I'm just going to load up just some scrap paper, because all I need is the insert now, which, what did I say, was 4 by 5.25. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit out my Cricut design space, and because it's just frustrating. So let's bring this back up. New project. So now I just want to, I mean, you can actually just cut with, if you have a, like I have a Fisker's paper cutter, but if you just want to be precise, I'm going to do shapes again, go back in, going to unlock this, and I need a 4 by 5.25. So this is my insert. I put a piece of pink paper in there. I'm just going to say make it. Actually, I loaded my paper scrap wrong, so it go a long ways. Okay, I'm just going to say continue. Again, just medium or light cardstock. Change my pressure to more. I'm gonna load the mat. And I'm gonna cut. So something I did on a previous card, I won't go through this, you all can probably figure it out, but I went back in and I made another 8.5 by 5.5 shape. I put the score line in. Let me just go through this. Finish. So let's just change this, and I'll just show you what I did before I end this video. So I wanted to put in some text for a card. So after I went through and I cut out all of the Cricut Joy image, I pulled that piece off. I haven't folded it yet. It's still in its original unfolded stage. Do a shape. Let's put a score line in. And honestly, the score line is just for us to be able to know where we're at with our text. So if you wanted to go back in and print something, boy, that is large, hang on your card, you can use this as your template for printing. So let's just try a text. I don't know, what am I going to say? Cricut Joy card. Okay. So you can just put it up here. You know, whatever you want to say, whatever sentiment you want to put on your card. This is just so you know where it's going to be at. You can remove, or let's. Do I want to do it this way? I can't ever remember. You have it centered here. Let's remove this. You can attach. So now you have, oh, I am going way too fast. We want to say that we're going to draw this. I'm sorry. Whatever color. Now we're going to attach. Go over to make it. So then here you're just going to align, move this wherever you want to, the card that you've already cut out, anywhere on this machine or anywhere on your mat. And just remove your blade when you go to continue, and just leave whatever pen you want to leave in here. And when you're done, it'll go in and it'll just write on the card. So you don't have to handwrite anything if you don't want to. That's just what I did for a friend. And I think that's it. I will try to attach a picture, finished picture, so you guys can see this whenever I get around to uploading this. So thanks. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this helps, and I hope that they continue to put out more really super cute joy cards so that we can make them ourselves. Bye!